What do turnips, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and bok choy have in common? I'll give you the answer in a minute. Hi, and welcome to New Leaf's Healthy Cooking Challenge. I'm Chef Jennifer Brewer, and have you guessed it yet? All of these vegetables are members of the Brassica family, or they're cruciferous vegetables. Now, experts recommend that we eat 2 to 3 servings of cruciferous vegetables every week because these vegetables contain powerful sulfur-containing compounds that help fight cancer in our bodies and reduce oxidative damage, which is a fancy way of saying they prevent aging and cellular breakdown. So adding them is really important. And you know, a lot of times you'll hear, oh, eat more fruits and vegetables, but here at New Leaf, we're getting really specific. Back in January, we had you eating more leafy greens, a real powerhouse. And this month, we're gonna get you eating more of these cancer-fighting brassicas. So let's go out and meet them. So I'll start with the littlest guys first. These are Brussels sprouts, and they're basically mini cabbages. Really, really good for you. One of my favorite ways to eat Brussels sprout is you just cut off the end, cut it in half, and toss it with a little olive oil and garlic and roast it for about 20 minutes, and they almost caramelize and get really, really sweet. So eat your Brussels sprouts. So next there's bok choy. So this is the big bok choy, or the adult, and here's the baby bok choy. So cute. So bok choy is a staple in Asian cuisine. You can chop it up and throw it into stir fries and it tastes really great. It's also wonderful in soup, like miso soup. You can really basically cook bok choy just like any other green, and its taste is very mild and it still has a little bit of a crunch in its texture. Really great. And then there's cauliflower. You know, poor old cauliflower. It's such a light vegetable that people think it doesn't have a lot going for it, but it does. It has those sulfur-containing compounds that, just like broccoli does, just like bok choy, just like kale. Cauliflower is wonderful steamed, and then you can mash it down and make it almost like mashed potatoes. I also love it pureed into a creamy cauliflower soup, and I'll have that recipe on the website. Then there's this really neat looking thing. This is called Romanesco Broccoli, and it's not just really trippy to look at, it's actually really delicious too. It's much more mild than broccoli actually, so this is a really fun way to introduce broccoli to your family. Plus they'll be like, whoa, look at that. And then there's turnips and rutabaga. These are also members of the Brassica family, which is really interesting. These don't really look like broccoli, but they have those same sulfur-containing compounds. A great way to eat turnip and rutabaga is to do half and half with potatoes. So if you're making mashed potatoes, you could do half turnip, half potatoes, get more sulfur-containing compounds. Plus, these are lower in calories, so you reduce the calories as well. So here we are at the cruciferous vegetable motherlode, and we have kale. Kale is also a leafy green, so back to the January challenge, I was talking about eating more kale and the health benefits, and it's even better for you because it also is a cruciferous vegetable, so you get those sulfur-containing compounds in this as well. Kale is such a powerful food. I hope you're eating it by now. Then we have cabbage. Cabbage is known for obviously coleslaw, but it's made for more than that. You can cut it up and saute it, make almost like buttered cabbage with some coconut oil. It's a really, really fantastic thing to throw in soups, and it wilts down really nice. Really, really powerful food. And then we have really, of the Brassica family, we really have the reigning king in the broccoli department. And if there are a couple types of broccoli. I already showed you the Romanesco broccoli. There's also baby broccoli, and as you can see, the stems are much smaller on these guys, and in general, it's a much more tender broccoli. So if you have somebody in your house who has a problem with the texture of broccoli, this would be the type to start with. It's also a lot easier to clean and cut and use. And then there's, well, basically the king himself, broccoli, and really the king of cruciferous vegetables for sure. Second only maybe to kale. I'd give him some props as well. But broccoli, well, first of all, you can eat the stem of broccoli, which not everybody knows. All you do is peel this, and inside is a nice tender stalk that you can cut up and throw into stir fries, or actually just even eat raw. And you can do the same with florets. You know, raw broccoli has a lot going for it. And obviously cooking it is great too. Steaming broccoli or sauteing it with some olive oil and garlic. My favorite way to eat broccoli is actually roasted. and I cut off the florets and the stalks, and I toss it with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper, and I put it in about a 375-degree oven, and I let it roast. And when it comes out, it has this kind of crunchiness to it and tastes a little bit like potato chips, a little bit. But it's really, really fantastic. I have a recipe on the website for a roasted broccoli pasta that I'm sure you're gonna love. So there you have it. That's your challenge for this month. Eat cruciferous vegetables. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna try a new cruciferous vegetable that you haven't tried before, and then you're gonna work up to eating at least 2 servings a week by the end of the month. We have lots of recipes and other cooking tips on the website, and we'll see you next month.